Hi, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Help Me, Rhonda. I'm your host, Dr. Rhonda.Karg. I'm a clinical psychologist, and each episode I present mental health related information to you. And tonight I'm going to be talking about living your life authentically and what does that look like and how to let go of what other people think of you. So I've touched upon these concepts in some of my other videos in terms of living life authentically and who is the authentic self. And remember that I've said that it's the 3 C's when you're calm, confident, and centered. That's the authentic you, is when you're calm and confident and centered. So when was the last time you remember feeling calm, confident, and centered? Okay, that was a time that you were being your authentic self. That's the real you. And then on top of you are little parts of you that maybe get triggered when you're in situations that remind you of other times in your life, or maybe you have parts of you that feel a certain way about a particular subject, while other parts of you may have conflicting view of that same topic. So it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're confused. It just means that it's a complicated situation and different parts of you feel differently about the situation. But the real authentic you doesn't change. It's just that there are little parts of you that change. So that's one way to think about your personality that I find to be really helpful. And I've talked in other videos about internal family systems, and that's where this parts work comes from. So you can look into that further if you're interested. How do we drop into our authentic self? One way that you can do it is to do a Superman pose, which is when you put your hands on your hips and put your chest out, chin up, feet shoulder length apart, and hold that pose for 10 minutes. And what that does in 10 minutes, it changes your body chemistry. It reduces your cortisol, which is a stress hormone. It increases your testosterone, which gives you courage. It helps you to feel more confident, and it makes you appear more competent to other people. So it changes your body chemistry, the way you feel about yourself, and the way other people perceive you in 10 minutes. And you can do it in the bathroom stall. Again, just hands on your hips, shoulders back, chin up, chest out, feet shoulder length apart. Hold that pose for 10 minutes. And there's also some videos on TED Talks that are about this Superman pose, but there's research that backs it up, and it really does work. I've used it many times before. Okay, and so that's one way that you can drop into your authentic self when you're calm and confident and centered. And living your life based on who you are and what you want, not based on what other people want from you, not based on what other people think you should be doing, letting go of what other people think of you. There was a book written in the 70s called What You Think of Me Is None of My Business, and it was an incredible book that was very liberating for many, many people, because this idea that what other people think of you is none of your business means that you can let go of worrying about what people think of you and how you're living your life. You can actually just let that go, because whether they think you're living your life the right way or the wrong way, at the end of the day, it's your life and you get to live it the way that you want to live it. And as I've said to people, it's 2022. We need to leave that behind us, living our lives for other people. We don't know her anymore. It's 2022. We're leaving her behind, okay? Live your life for you. It's now or never. We don't know how long we're going to be here. It's so important to make every day count. So what do you want to do with your life today? How do you want to make your day count? How do you want to make the most of your day and live your best life today? What does that look like for you? For some people, it means taking care of their physical health, maybe moving, getting a little exercise. For other people, it may be suiting up and showing up at work because work is very important. You need to keep a roof over your head. So that's also a high priority. But your first priority is yourself, your health and your well-being. You need to put that first because no one else is going to do that for you. This is your responsibility to put yourself first and take care of your health. Do it for yourself. Do it for the people that love you and that care about you. If you're not moving right now, start off really slow. You can start off moving 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day. Start off slow. You don't need to push yourself too hard. Just start off slow. Moving is the most important part of it. Just get started and start where you are. And if you can only do 5 minutes, that's great. Do 5 minutes. Momentum is 90% of it. So any habit where you're putting yourself first, I really recommend that you make it a daily practice. If you set it up so that you're practicing good self-care, let's say if you're moving, if you exercise every day at 6 o'clock, then you're much more likely to stick to it. Getting social support from people that you know, let them know how you're trying to change your life, what you're trying to do differently to take care of yourself and put your needs first. And a lot of people will really support that. If they don't support you putting yourself first, I would maybe look at that and pay attention to that because you really are the most important person in your life. And I know that that's a bit of a hot take because a lot of people, especially parents, think that they need to put their kids ahead of themselves. But what will happen if you put other people ahead of you and work ahead of you and all of these things, you're going to end up neglecting your health, your well-being, and you're going to be unhealthy and you're going to be a pretty miserable person. Like, we all need to take care of ourselves. It goes a really long way when we practice self-care. And like I said, self-care takes on a lot of different forms. It can be work. It could be taking the day off and taking a 0 day where you don't worry about doing anything productive. You just lay around in your own stink, as I say. Um, self-care can be spending time with friends, or it can be working on your art, doing creative things, or it could be getting a, a nice long shower in when you have the time, or doing other nice things for yourself to demonstrate care and concern for yourself. And what do you think that does for you? When you start putting yourself first, what do you think that does to your confidence? Goes up, right? Because you're looking at the way that you're treating yourself, and it kind of is a bit of a hack in the sense that you see yourself treating yourself really well and therefore think, oh, she must be a really important person. Okay, so it kind of tricks you into feeling more confident and having greater self-esteem when you do put yourself first. So it works that way. In the beginning, if you're having a hard time finding the motivation to do it for yourself, do it for the people that love and care about you because they need you to stay healthy and they want you to stay happy. So do it for other people until you can do it for yourself. Another thing that I tell people frequently is you are the coolest person you know. You have the same taste in music as you do. You like the same food. You have the same sense of humor as you have. Like, you're the coolest person you know. So what does that mean? You should enjoy your own company. You should enjoy spending time with you. And if that's hard for you, then that's something else that I would look at and maybe do some journaling around is, why do I have a hard time spending time with me? Why do I have trouble spending time with the most important person and the coolest person that I know? Why am I not doing that? What's getting in the way? And a lot of times it's feelings of self-worth, feeling like a lot of our identity and a lot of our self-worth is wrapped up in what we're getting done. And so we put all these things ahead of us and ahead of our health and well-being. And again, when you do that, it's not sustainable, and you will start having problems in your relationships or at work or with your health. You'll start getting sick, so on and so forth. The bad things are going to happen if you don't make yourself a priority. So please do that, and do it for yourself and do it for the people that love and care about you, okay? Because that's important to them as well. So think about doing them a favor. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, is putting yourself first, making yourself your top priority, because you are the most important person in your life. And along those same lines, living your life authentically, living your life out loud, expressing yourself, being who you are, being true to yourself, and letting go of what other people think of you. Because like I said, those days are over. It's 2022. It's time to level up and live your life the way that you want to live it. If you don't know what that looks like yet, try journaling about it, talking to other people about it. Imagine, dream, think about the possibilities, and write that down in as much detail as you can. Because remember, that's the way manifesting happens, is getting a clear picture of what it is that you want, and your behavior follows suit. So I would really recommend that you get a clear picture of what you want and try to let go of what other people think of that plan, okay? Within reason, of course. Thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate the support. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share with somebody that you think might benefit from this. Thanks again for joining me. Have a good day.